Hi guys, new episode of the build. As I told you in some previous videos, I had an accident. The truck rolled over, and now I have bent cage. I believe you can see it. So if we assume that these two pieces are straight as they should, this one, this one, is bent, and there's no reason to try to straighten it, and I need to fabricate another cage. Actually, this one was the internal cage for the roof, just to support it, and now I decided to run the truck without the roof. I like it more because it has less weight on the back, and it helps to prevent it from back flipping. So without the roof it performs better, as for convenience, when the truck with the roof, sometimes it's more clean inside, but not that time, because I don't have a doors, I don't have side windows, and anyway, even with the roof it will be dirty. So what I'm going to do now, I had this type of the cage, as I already told you, and what I'm planning to fabricate now is a GCM style cage. It will look like this. I will use a brake line to fabricate it, so the brake line will start its route from this piece, so it will be like this. It will be just staying on this piece of a body, I will not screw it to the body here directly, because sometime I will have doors installed, and to be able to do it I will need this holder, door holder, for the door hinges. So it's like 2 millimeters hole, and I don't want to drill it to be like 3 millimeters for the brake line. Anyway, I will need somehow to hold the cage, and perhaps I will just brace the straight tube between these two pieces, and bolt it directly to the body, like it used to be with that one. You can see it, Okay. For the front part it's clear, so it will be here inside the window frame, so positioned here, go like this. Here we have straight piece, and down to the bottom of the truck, so horizontal straight piece, and here we will have something like this. Also I will have a U-shaped brace here, so actually the whole cage will be like that part, so it's like one tube, second tube, third tube, and one tube between them here at the bottom, and perhaps something here on top. I will need to decide on that one, I'm not planning to install the rear seat back here, so I will leave it as it is right now, Perhaps in the future I will completely remove the seat, but I need to think about it a little bit, Perhaps I will leave it as it is, and run the truck as of now. Anyway, to fabricate all this stuff, I will need to carefully bend the tubes. What I'm going to do now, I will take a straight piece of brake line. I mean this one, it's 5mm OD, and use it to fabricate the piece that I need. Perhaps I will try to calculate lengths that I need, yeah. I also will try to maybe mark the tube before bending, yeah. And after one piece is ready, I will proceed with the second piece. As for that U-shaped part of the cage, yeah, I believe I will first bend it, yeah, and afterwards I will trim it a little bit, I mean straight pieces, yeah, to make it fit here under this two longitudinal ones, yeah, because as of now I believe I will not be able to measure, maybe to calculate the height of it, so it will be easier just to bend the piece and then using some tools, yeah, and just mock it up, see how it looks, yeah, and proceed with some trimming and cutting. Anyway, now I will take the brake line, yeah, take some measurements and show you the maybe part of the process. And after all the pieces are bent, yeah, I will just brace them all together and we'll see how it all works. Okay guys, here we go. I bent the left part of the cage, yeah, so it will look like this. So now I have to bend the right part of the cage, yeah, so to fabricate the same exact same piece. Actually for now I don't know how I will perform it, because now it looks not as easy as I thought. And now I believe you can see it, but I need to trim that end a little bit, yeah, because when I was cutting the tube I left the excess piece here, yeah, so in the future I will be able to adjust it to make it sit as parallel as possible, because now it's like that part is a little bit higher than it should, so I will need to file that end a little bit, yeah, to make the cage sit as I want it. Anyway, now I will try to bend the left part of the cage, yeah, to do it as carefully as possible, yeah, and I will show you, I believe. I'll be using this device here, just M5 bolt, no, I believe it's M6 bolt, something like this, yeah. So bolt, couple of nuts, couple, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shims, yeah, of appropriate size. Why do I need it? Because if you just bend the tube using only your hands, yeah, you will have the tube a little bit wide in the place where you bent it, so it will be a little bit wider here and it will be visible. And when you use some round shape like this, yeah, and side pieces with a larger diameter, yeah, it prevents the tube from flattening here. If we talk about appropriate bend radius, yeah, because if you like put here something like 10 millimeters of overall diameter, yeah, I believe you will have flat piece here anyway. But now, as you can see, yeah, the profile of the tube almost intact, so looks neat, yeah, and that's what we need when we bend it. So anyway, now we'll proceed with the second one, yeah, and after it I'll bend the U shape, the middle part, yeah, and afterwards I will decide. Yeah, also I will need that piece, yeah, here to mount it to the body. Perhaps I can use the piece from the previous cage, just to weld two tubes, I don't know, I will need to think about it, but I believe it will be just a straight tube and later on just weld a couple of I don't know, pieces of sheet metal or maybe like a flattened tube, yeah, to hold it in place. I mean, I would like to screw it here to the body, yeah, so the cage screwed to the body and to the body holders to the frame from that side, yeah, and from the rear I just bolt cage here and here, yeah, and I believe that's it. And yes, the end of the body will be connected to the chassis itself, so it will have enough rigidity, I believe, because I'm not planning to lift the truck using this cage. I usually use front bumper, yeah, to hold the truck, or maybe just my hand and hold it somewhere here, so using the side rail and the seat, so I'm not lifting it using the cage, because the cage is not connected to the frame rail itself, so you have to be careful. Okay, I'm going to bend the second tube and I will show you the result. Well, I managed to bend the second tube in the same way as the first one, yeah, so here's the original one, let's call it, and here is the second one. So as you can see, they are almost identical. Well, perhaps they have some millimeters off, but in general they are the same. So now what I'm going to do is to take the body, yeah, and what I need to do is to bend this U-shaped piece. To do it, I will it's from the other side. To do it, I will put it here, yeah. Next, I will need to measure the distance, yeah. So I will be able to calculate the length of the tube that I will need, yeah, and its width, I mean distance between left part and right part, and afterwards I will be able to bend it like I need it to be, yeah. Well, now I will do it off camera, yeah, and perhaps I will bend it and show you the final result, maybe. I mean, by final result I mean bend tube. I'd like to position it somewhere here, yeah, straight forward, just straight. I'd like to put it horizontal, let's call it, because GCM guys, they positioned it. I'll show you. I would like it to be like this, yeah, and they did something like this. So they a little bit angled it, but I don't like it. I want to position it straight. I mean vertical, to place it like in vertical position, yeah, because I think it looks better. And okay, and now I will proceed with some measurements, calculations, and we'll bend that middle piece, see how it goes. Okay guys, I fabricated the middle piece of the cage. It looks like this. I will put it in place and show you, yeah. So the middle part will look like this. It's symmetrical, so on the camera looks like it isn't, but it is. So as you can see, straight, going straight, yeah. Here's also the same. As for the bends itself, they look good, yeah. So overall I'm happy with the result. So as a complete cage will look something like this. So it will look something like this, maybe, because actually I don't know how guys from GCM managed to bend that middle piece a little bit tighter, yeah. And I don't have the opportunity to do it right now, so what I'm going to do is to move them slightly inwards, yeah, from both sides, as of no, I mean as now, yeah, and to brace them somewhere here, or maybe I don't know, actually no, I will not be able to brace them here, yeah, because okay guys, I just trimmed side pieces a little bit from the back end, yeah. So now, as you can see, that piece is horizontal, yeah, this one is vertical, and what we have now I will show from that side, yeah. So it will look something like this, so almost symmetrical on both sides. Perhaps I can move this one couple of millimeters here, maybe, yeah, when I will brace it. So let's see, this one, let's say, covers the hole, yeah, when you take a look from the top. And this one doesn't cover, yeah, so that one needs to be moved a little bit inward, yeah, or maybe that one should be moved a little bit outward. But anyway, before brace them, I will check the geometry, yeah. Perhaps I will need to make this bracket more straight, yeah, to let all the pieces sit as they should. Anyway, guys, I believe that's it for that episode, yeah. Oh yeah, one more. So that one will be somewhere here. I will try to hook it up. So it will be something like this between both of them. And to do it correctly, I mean the front tube here between the two side tubes, yeah, I will need to adjust the window frame itself. What I mean, we have that piece here, yeah, and the same from the other side. And what we need to do is to take some, I don't know, either iron or maybe just a piece of hot brake line, just to warm it up using a torch. Put it here, yeah, and to melt this piece a little bit so it sits tight on the brake line. I will do it, I believe, tomorrow, along with all other brazing stuff, because for now I don't have enough time to braze it all, yeah. And in addition, I believe to braze it like it should be brazed, yeah. Perhaps I will need to remove the seats from both sides, yeah. Because previously I brazed something on the body, yeah, without removing the seats, but if we take a look closer here, yeah, we will see that there is not too much space here, yeah, between the cage and the seats, and there is a high possibility that the torch will just melt the seat. So it will not melt the body if I braze it like this, yeah, but it can melt the seat itself, so it needs to be removed from the body, yeah, I mean both of them. And after they're removed, I will be able to braze it. Okay, guys, thanks for tuning in today, and next time I will show you maybe the brazing itself, but I'm not sure, but I will definitely show you some steps of the process, yeah, and the final result. And as for the cage itself, I will think a little bit, yeah, perhaps I will add some pieces to it. Actually, I I'm thinking of adding some top piece here, yeah. So maybe I could attach the frame from the top, yeah. Because as of now I will not be able to bolt it on here, yeah, because I don't want to drill a hole in the tube, yeah, for the bolt. But actually I can do it, yeah, it will still hold fine, but it's not convenient to drill a hole here, yeah. Because I was thinking about drilling entry hole somewhere here, yeah, so I can use a bolt to connect frame rail to the cage itself. And in addition, I would like to reinforce the top piece, yeah, of the window frame, because there is not much plastic here, yeah, and I can just break it if the truck flips rolls over again, yeah. Because the cage will hold the side pieces, yeah, from both sides, but that part will not be supported by the cage, yeah. And I will need to do something with it. Perhaps it will be additional piece of brake line between these two sides that will go behind the rail, yeah, and not behind the rail, behind the frame, yeah, and this part of the frame perhaps will be put just on that part of the cage, yeah. And as for the rear, I don't know. I think I don't need additional braces here, yeah, some pieces here, but I don't know. Maybe I will add some straight piece here, just because I think it will look better, yeah. And also it will help to transfer the stress from the cage, yeah, on the bigger surface, so it will protect the body better, yeah. Anyway, guys, I have some ideas, yeah, that I need to work on, yeah, to think about them. And next time I will be back with some updates for you. Thanks for tuning in. See you.